Hello everyone, this is Rusty Bradbury, Director of Eddson Dental, and welcome to our Eddson Release Summary presentation for version 6.0.108, which we will be releasing on Wednesday night, September the 20th. The first area we'll be reviewing are the accounting ledger and end-of-day revisions. Here we've added an in-house summary report. For those offices doing in-house membership discount plans, this will give the ability to generate account-like statements for those patients that will show not only services rendered, but also savings realized. On your event ledger, under the print options, for those patients in an in-house plan, an option called in-house summary will appear. If you'll click that, note the date range, it will default to the current month. Click the OK button, and this will generate an in-house membership summary which will show by patient, services that have been completed, as well as discounts received and total savings. The next area we'll be reviewing are appointments and scheduling revisions. First, we've added an appointment hover user preferences setting. This will allow users to set precisely the information they wish to see on an appointment hover. Under user settings, on the preferences tab, a new section was added called appointment hover information. Check the boxes for the information you wish to see on the appointment hover and save. Now that the preferences have been saved, the user will then see the exact information requested when they hover on an Eddson appointment. Next, we've added a scheduling preferences memo field for quick call appointments. In the quick call preferences window, you'll see the preferences box, enter text as needed. Once saved, that information will then be presented when that appointment is being rescheduled in a quick call scenario. The next appointments and scheduling revision is the addition of the quick call auto removal feature. When an appointment that has been marked as quick call is then rescheduled, Eddson will prompt the user to remove that appointment from future quick call activity. And finally, the schedule printing capabilities were updated so that color blocked units will now display on the scheduler printout. Moving on to clinical revisions, first, a bug was corrected wherein a classified surface when used as part of the treatment quick entry process was not deducing or producing the correct code. This bug has been resolved and will now produce the correct associated service code. Next, the health history function has been revised. We no longer allow the merging of alerts from the edit screen within the patient's chart. That merge button has been removed. To merge existing alerts, use the clinical settings mode and the merge button at the bottom of that screen. Now we'll review the insurance coverage and claims revisions. First, we've added a More Information button for existing pre-authorizations. Located on the Pre-Auth tab, the More Information button will display a list of exactly those services that were included in the pre-authorization request. Our next insurance revision involves the subscribers grid located on the Patient Insurance tab. The grid has been updated to not only show all those patients covered by the subscriber, but will now show their coverage type, as in primary, secondary, and so on. In addition, a coverage renewal date check was added. When a renewal date is added or revised, Eddson will check to see if that date is prior to the current date. If so, a warning will display letting the user know that this coverage for the subscriber will automatically renew the next time Eddson is started. And finally, the insurance payment screen has been revised. In previous versions, file attachments were not allowed when the no claim payment type was selected. That has been changed, and file attachments are now allowed regardless of the insurance payment type. Another area of insurance coverage to review is in-house membership plans. First, we've added an included services feature. This feature allows users to set specific codes to be included in the coverage period for an in-house membership plan. Use the number included column on the discounted fees tab to set the number of services allowed. To further expand the capabilities of the included services, a service maximums tab was added. This allows users to set maximums for any included service codes that may overlap, like exams, x-rays, and so forth. Use your information button on that screen to get a full definition of how in-house maximums work. We've also made a small tweak to in-house fee debit adjustments. when an in-house membership fee must be added manually via an adjustment, we've added an E to the system recognized annual and monthly debit adjustment types. Our final revision to in-house membership administration was to add an effective date field for the initial membership fee generation. Now when the initial charge button is clicked, an effective date field will display and default to the current date. However, the user may use this field to set the effective date to match a previous date if they so choose. Next, we'll review revisions to Office Tools, where the only change we've made is to the Claims Manager. Here we've added a missed claims filter, where like the report, users are able to generate a list of those services that may be eligible for claims but don't currently have an active claim. Several report revisions were made in this update as well, the first of which being the Canceled Appointments report. This report was renamed to the Canceled and Missed Appointments. The report was updated and now includes not only canceled appointment but missed appointments, subtotaled by type and then totaled at the end. We've also added the additional criteria of provider that allows this report to be generated for a specific provider. Next, we've added a carrier criteria to the available benefits report that allows users to generate this report by a single carrier or for a group of selected carriers. The month-to-date production and collection summary report was also revised. Debit adjustments will now be displayed as part of the production adjustments column and no longer will be included in the gross production numbers. Our final revision was to the completed procedures report. This report was revised to correct an issue where duplicated services on the same appointment would not be included in the completed procedures totals. In the other and miscellaneous revision category, we've updated the time clock. The time clock now includes holiday tracking in addition to personal and vacation day tracking. Next, a couple of revisions were made to the practice dashboard. First, a recare section was added to the top of the dashboard that summarizes those patients that are currently past due for recare. Also, as-of dates were added to the month-to-date and year-to-date sections of the dashboard, indicating the as-of dates for which those totals are calculated. Our last area of review are new features in this update, the first of which is a Florida Probe integration. This integration allows Eddson to directly communicate with Florida Probe's application. To use this feature, enable the Florida Probe bridge setting under the Additional Information tab of Office Settings. Note that this integration only integrates directly with their software and not the Florida Probe itself. Next, we've added a full-featured Office messaging function. The new messaging feature is located directly on the primary taskbar and will run in its own independent window. This new feature will allow users to have instant messaging style conversations with other Eddson users or groups of users. The Office Messenger also includes quick messaging, which allows users to create pre-built messages and send to designated users with a single click. Be sure to refer to the information button in the top of the messaging panel for more information on Office messaging capabilities and functionality. And finally, we've included an optional web form/data service in this update. This new service will be available on October 1st and will allow users to automatically send web links to new patients so that they can then fill out patient information as well as health history information. This information can then automatically be imported back into Eddson. Please contact your Eddson support for more information and details or for pricing and enrollment form information. This concludes a review of the Eddson update information. If you have any questions or if we can be of further service, please contact the Eddson support desk. And as always, thank you and we appreciate your continued support.